Okay, now the cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana. All right, Divine Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective and what does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? All right, thank you all for being here. I know there's a message in there somewhere in regards to that because ever since I've been turning my cards upright and, letting you all know about that, I haven't, strayed away from that. So it was surprising, but not really that happened just now. But I don't know. Let's see what's going on with the energy. Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? I'm hearing slow and easy, you guys. Slow and easy. So maybe taking the pressure off of yourself, or it not affecting you, like things that possibly would have like sent you into like this spiral tailspin of energies, are no longer apply to why you would have to be in that energy to begin with. So slow and steady, slow and easy. Thank you, Spirit. What else? What else for the collective? All right, so I heard temptation, testify, testimony. Yeah, all of those. Temperance. So we're big on T words right now. Temperance. Yeah, so temperance for me would just mean like somebody who's found like their lane. Instead of crossing to this lane because someone's in front of you and they're moving too slow, so you have to cross over to the next lane. And then when you get in that lane, there's something else that's going on there that you have to cross back over to the lane you just came from, only to see if you can move to the lane that's left of you now. I mean, that's what I'm being shown, y'all. But for me, the perspective there is just finally coasting or being able to coast. I'm hearing you could put your car on cruise control, or perhaps that's what, is being recommended at this point. But it shouldn't be one of those things to where somebody has to tell you to do that. You should already be in that mode or feeling that. All right, Spirit, thank you for that. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is wanting to show itself in the pre-shuffle here. All right, y'all, so autopilot I'm getting. I just heard autopilot, but that's in reference to that cruise control energy. It's like things are just set. Just sit back and relax. Relax. But I feel like it's not me telling you to relax. It's like confirmation that, this is the mode that we're in as divine ones for the most part, right? Is we're on cruise control. I love that for you, collective. Claiming that for myself. Because the whole energy with the cards in the beginning, I knew that would play out somewhere, but it wasn't for me to decide how, when, where. But here we are, you guys. Whew. Thank you for that, Spirit. Okay, here we go. So there's something surrounding decisions and how you no longer have to decide anything. All right, here we go, y'all. That's a good amount there. So we have the World card in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this means that a conclusion cannot be drawn yet. Or either the conclusion has been drawn, but it's not favorable. Spirit, what is the World card reverse? So I'm hearing the temptation word again. Has been, afterthought, disadvantage. Okay, so you guys, we could go ahead and take all of those terms and just sum it up into, somebody's not doing well. How are you doing? Not well. Okay, that would be their response. So by them even saying that they're not doing well, that's like an admission. It's a final admission of because what I was being shown is somebody with a character of, you know, you would ask them how they were doing. Oh, I'm good, I'm good. And you know that they're not good. Like you already have that innate feeling, but their response would mean I'm good, I'm Gucci, you know? But this is the energy that I'm picking up here with this world card reverse, is that now they're saying I'm not good. You know, they're able to finally say or admit. That's admittal energy here. So admission, because I heard guilt, but I didn't, you know, say it out loud, but admission, now admission of guilt, because that would be the admission of guilt. I'm saying I'm not good. So then, you know, the dialogue would be, well, why? You know, if you care to ask this person, and then, you know, they would have to be like, you know, they're kind of just shaking their head like in disbelief that all of this stuff that, you know, they want to tell you, they can't believe that it actually happened to them. So they're in some sort of amazement themselves that everything, how it's all gone down here in their life. World card reverse energy. I'm hearing disillusionment. Excuse me for that. Oh, I just heard Terror Squad. Terror Squad? Okay. That's like Terror Squad. If I remove that term from, you know, Fat Joe, you know, he was Fat Joe, Terror Squad. But if I remove that from a specific celebrity, then a terror squad would mean somebody coming, like a squad of people coming to rain down terror. But, you know, these people could be in the spiritual realm. So whatever just happened here with the world card reverse energy and the person who's in disbelief that it happened to them, that's possibly how it happened. This terror squad energy came to terrorize them. But I'm looking over here at the Temperance card. Obviously, something's been brought to balance because the Temperance is here and it's in the upright. So that's what that would speak to. So the World card reverse just means, I feel like it's a continuation, like to be continued energy. All right, y'all. I believe we got it. We got it. Let's move on to see what's underneath this Temperance energy here. All right, I'm going to pick these cards up that are on top of here, and let's see. Let's just run through, see what's going on. So the overall energy for the reading, just something's not complete yet. I'm seeing yet. So it's still raining havoc, if that's the correct phrase, on this with this Terror Squad energy. They're raining havoc over someone's life. And there's an admission of guilt by way of the person that's being rained down on, to where, you know, they have to acknowledge that this is why this is happening. But let's see. All right, behind Temperance, you know, balance has been brought forth here, or the emergence of. So that's what's going on here. Possibly having to do with a divine connection that's now annulled, I'm hearing. Like the separation of, it could be family member, you know, it could be husband, wife, 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 husband, husband. However the twin flame energy goes, false twin flames, but it was a divine union. That's how it was initially supposed to be, but somebody broke some sort of contractual agreement here. And because of that, it's the reign of terror coming down to balance things out here. Well, let's see what's behind the Lover's reverse. All right, we have the Ace of Swords, and this is why someone's getting a new beginning here. You know, the new beginning would have to do with one's thought processes or clarity of thought, or speaking of truths here. I'm feeling like a factory in the brain, like how things are processed even. Someone's getting a new start in that regard, like they're processing. So if we take that a little further, it just feels like somebody has a whole new intellect or a whole new idea of how things work, exist, operate here in this 3D realm. And, you know, I feel like that superior knowledge is coming from, of course, dimensions above. So someone's not afraid of their gifts here, because that could have been like a prolonging of a situation, is that gifts were recognized, they were acknowledged, and they were used in this account of a situation here to be able to bring forth balance. So for that, I mentioned gift. I feel like there is a new beginning here when it comes to that resolution of understanding, clarity, mental clarity, what you're receiving and grasping and holding on to. And it's almost as if, you know, someone handed you a new book of knowledge, but you possibly don't need the book, but the book is there for reference if you need it. And, you know, this is a spiritual book internally. So it's like you can go in now and ask, you know, well, how should I, because you're tapped in, you acknowledge that where your help comes from now with this Ace of Swords. But with the Ace of Swords, the new idea of a new intellect, a new enterprise, even I'm thinking spiritually, mentally, is, you know, of course, to help you here on your 3D journey. But the thing is that it's something brand new that's being offered to you, collective, because of this separation, this annulment, this departure. So it feels like a parting gift, or say if you had a divorce party, you know, people are going to give you gifts that are going to help you on your new journey as a single person, a divorcee. Like what are tools that they could really think about that would be useful to you? Definitely not a set of pots and pans, because if you were marrying someone, then of course, you know, pots and pans would make sense. But it's like you're coming from that. So now they have to put thought into the gift of what to give you for your new journey. So I feel like this Ace of Swords is just the release of your inheritance of gifts. That's it. That's it. There's an inheritance of gifts that are now being gifted to you because this loser has departed from your energy. So therefore, they cannot take advantage of your abilities, because before you even knew you had abilities, they were already on it. They were already using, I'm hearing maximizing, they were using your abilities for their own benefit, but outside of the union. They weren't using those abilities to help nurture the union. That's why the Lover's card is in the reverse and they're out of there. So now here's your Ace of Swords. Your inherited gifts are now being revealed to you. I'm hearing slowly. But the slowly energy was coming in the challenge. I think I said slow and steady or something like that. But you know what that is attached to? Slow and steady wins the race. So here we go, y'all. Well, damn, congratulations, y'all. Let me know if y'all start flying about and stuff, you know. Share your, no, you don't have to share it, because of course somebody's going to be willing to take advantage of it. But yeah, I'm happy for you guys. Yeah, so we're on cruise control, y'all. Like, it's just sit back and relax. You know, because it's like, you know, God, Holy Spirit, Creator, Universe, Source, they wouldn't give you an automobile if you didn't know how to drive, right? But the fact that you know how to drive and you know how to operate cruise control now, like you get the concept of cruise control, you wouldn't, you know, take advantage, neglect, put anybody else's life at risk because of you're trying to learn how to operate the car. No, you're in full control by way of Holy Spirit. Now you're able to put it on cruise control. To just kind of float on through. And you have the ability, the options to take it off of cruise control, but it's like it's not even necessary or a need, to do so. Now, what I'm being shown is you might have to step away to go take care of some things and come right back and step right back into, click that button on the steering wheel that says cruise control and go on about your business. Because this is about travel. This is about movement, right? I love it. It's like, shoot, let's let that sink in for a moment. Did you ever think that, you would be able to operate in cruise control in this lifetime? Like with all the worries and the angst and, just things that just came to try to destroy you, demolish you. You were always stepped away from, an opportunity such as this because of handling things. But to realize that, man, I can lay all of those burdens down now, and get in this luxury vehicle of a divine, mode of transportation and be on cruise control. Wow. Yeah, walk with me, y'all. Walk with me. All right, behind the Ace of Swords, we have the Page of Wands, and this feels like significant steps here, movements made. The wands represent activities or actions, but the slow and steady energy, because I feel like with the revelation of these gifts by way of the Ace of Swords, it's not going anywhere. It's here for you. These gifts belong to you. Nobody can come and sabotage or take or steal or try to destroy or anything like that. But devils are going to be devils regardless. They'll recognize your light and they'll try some little slick stuff or whatever. But for the most part, you already know this. So you're prepared. Don't run over them in your car while on cruise control. But, it's just let them be them. But you already know that's part of the deal here. They have to be them, and therefore you're created to be you. So that Page of Wands just means just little revelations here and there. Just nothing to really take you by total shock or surprise, because I feel like it's one of those things man, I've been doing this all along but had no idea. Those little recognitions of abilities, of things you've been doing all this time, but you just had no idea that was actually a power that you had, or spiritual gifting that, you came here with, or ability. Perhaps it got lost in the sauce somewhere down the line, but that Lover's card energy, somebody was here to take advantage of that. So possibly they took over that energy and you did not even know that it was an option or anything that really inherently belonged to you. Whatever that is, that could be a lot of different things. But, if you were dealing with, someone who recognized abilities in you because they had a job to do, they were here to come and try to steal that ability or make you think you didn't have it or were less than, create illusions in your life to where you weren't this powerful person, this being who you know now, but at the time it was that wasn't the role that they wanted you to be in. They wanted that for themselves. But it's now you realize that what this was all about as well. But Spirit doesn't want you, of course, to be overwhelmed, but Spirit knows you're going to be responsible at the same time. But it's slow and steady. Here's a little something. But yeah, that was yours. You were doing that. But let's just have a reintroduction. So the divorce party energy, it's those gifts being handed back to you because it's now you've matured and you can handle it. You've been through some things, but what kind of gifts would you give somebody for a divorce party? They were very considerate gifts here that were possibly pulled back because of whoever was looming in your energy with the Lover's card reverse, y'all. I could go on all day about this, but let's just keep moving for the sake of time. Behind the Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords. So, the Knight of Swords just means something coming in quick, just some quick moving energy here. So, y'all, I'm reminded about a dream I had. So, like me, if you have dreams of going up a staircase or, a set of stairs, whether it be concrete, outside, indoors, whatever, or even an elevator going up, that all aligns with the energy of moving up, I feel like, in spirituality even. I mean, it could be, of course it would manifest here on a physical, but I feel like spirit, you have above, as above, so below. So the movement, the energy of moving up is positive. So I'm feeling that energy with this Knight of Swords here, like it's happening quickly. And there is rhyme and reason to this. Whatever this is, it's happening very quickly. All right, behind the Knight of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles reverse. So the King of Pentacles energy just lets me know somebody is losing. They're at a loss, something that they prized and possessed, that they came up off of. They have lost that. That's the King of Pentacles energy. We don't know how they got their money to begin with. Can you tell me who you work for? Or, can you walk me around your business and show me whatever this is that would prove that they're actually legitimately a business person? Like, they can't do that. In the reverse, they're doing any and everything to try to get money because that's their hustle, is to get money from others. But whoever they are, they're unable to do that, and they're losing at that. And it's happening quickly here with this Knight of Swords. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is bouncing off of this energy of coming to take something, right? The Lover's card reverse. But by way of the Swords energy with the Ace of Swords, the gifts, you guys. So you're reclaiming here. You're able to reclaim. So you know what, you guys, what I'm being shown and told and all that good stuff, the energy. So I'm hearing faith without works is dead. But the energy behind that for me is the cruise control that we talked about, autopilot. Like, this stuff is being reclaimed by your new gifts, your new abilities, your new understanding is what we talked about in regards to that Ace of Swords. Like, what tools can you use now? So y'all, I said something about a book. Y'all were being handed a book, new abilities, new gifts. You don't really need to read the book, but it's there for reference. But that's the inherited gift of the spiritual knowledge or energy that you're going to be using for yourself. It's cruise control energy. It's right there when you need it. But I was getting ready to say all you have to do is tap in, but you know this. But that's the beauty of this. Before, you didn't know this, but now you know. But I'm hearing is, okay, this is what I heard. This may not apply to everybody, but I heard that it's meant to destroy. It's meant to destroy possibly people or characters that are in this King of Pentacles reverse energy because, excuse me, the King of Pentacles spends a lot of time in a hustling mindset. They got to get. That's all they think about. But in the operation of, it's like, well, how are they getting this? Are they using, abusing others, taking, stealing, robbing, killing? Like, what are they doing to get this, And I'm being reminded, like a drug dealer is a murderer, I mean, so that's how the perspective is being given for me for this King of Pentacles energies that are running rampant. They're everywhere. So Spirit, what's the connection with the gifts and the destroy energy? I heard compromise. So these King of Pentacles energies have been put in their own predicaments. Oh, so when the World card reverse energy, to where I said if you ask this person how they're doing, they're going to actually say not good, when that was a response that they would never have at least admitted to someone like you. They would have never said that they weren't doing good, right? Even when they weren't doing good, they would never admit it to you. So now the compromise energy with the King of Pentacles reverse is that now they have to admit that they're not doing good. That's part of this energy here. So it's like to be continued, the ... that I got with the world card reverse. That's why it's in the reverse, because they're being held in some sort of, I keep hearing enterprise. But that would resonate with someone like a King of Pentacles, being that they're like a quote unquote entrepreneur, because nobody really knows what they do to get their money. So so a conglomerate, an enterprise of King of Pentacles energies, they're the ones now that have that admission of guilt. I'm hearing it's to be worked with, or it's for the taking or something. Ooh. What else, Spirit? All right, so I'm just being led to keep going, y'all, to see what's behind the King of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands, y'all. All right, so you guys, the Four of Wands would represent foundation, a reason to gather family, to want to celebrate some sort of commitment, union. However this foundation energy is, it's going to be something that can possibly be like a new beginning for someone or a couple. I'm hearing engagement. So let me see. This King of Pentacles possibly could be in that energy of, I want to settle down now. I'm hearing throw in the towel, but I feel like throwing the towel would be surrenderance, but that has nothing to do with love here. And there are no cups out here just yet. So the throw in the towel energy, like engagement I just heard, but without love. So it's like, really, what kind of commitment is that? Spirit, can you clarify the Four of Wands a little further for me, please? I'm hearing inability. So out of all of that King of Pentacles energy that they possess, they were unable to create a foundation by themselves or for themselves. So the only reason that they would be coming back to the likes of you, collective, would be for you to provide for them. I mean, I feel like what this is, I'm hearing generation. So what I'm feeling like now is that I'm hearing good luck charm. Because I'm already ahead of this energy. So I'm asking questions like, what makes them think that, they would have an opportunity to come back and say, I'm not doing well, like to finally admit guilt or whatever, and then think it's okay. Like, what, that's where I am with it. I'm not back here to where, oh, this person finally realizes that they can't make it without you. Oh, they want to come back and propose to you. Oh, they know now that, because I'm not believing that. So I'm already like 10 steps ahead with why is this person still thinking this? There are no cups out here to let me know that, oh, they truly love you so much. They really, no, they're not going to deceive me with that energy. So my question is like, who made you, collective, a guardian of this King of Pentacles to where they feel they could continue to come back and suck on your nipple as if you are their mother or their father, however that applies? What made you some sort of designee or whatever, however you say the word, for this person to say, oh, I'm lost, can you take me home? And then they arrive at your doorstep. Like, where does that come from? But I guess with the Lover's card reverse, being that this was supposed to be a divine union, World card reverse, meaning ... to be continued. While you're on cruise control, it's like this person is hitchhiking to try to find you or meet you at your destination, or they're coming back to where you used to live, used to be, who you used to be, you know, like they're reliving the past tense you, because you have an Ace of Swords here. This is brand new energy. So it's like the ghost of the past is still around by way of this King of Pentacles. Like they cannot like evaporate, disappear. Like even their ghost is still going to be there. You know, like if that would be the 3D energy of how we look at it. It's like there will still be some sort of reminder there of how they never got a chance to, you know, make this thing right with this Four of Wands. You know, the Lover's card reverse. I mean, I understand now that you realize, yeah, we were supposed to be a power couple, but you know, well, you know, we're divorced. You know, the divorce party was lovely. Too bad you couldn't be invited. That's what you're saying, collective. But I mean, you know, they know that you have all these gifts now with this Ace of Swords. This is like a lost puppy dog, like, or maybe that's how they want to be perceived here. Please help me. Like they need you. Like they need you and only you to survive. I mean, the Temperance card was a header card, y'all. Things being brought into balance. So I cannot neglect that energy here. All right, y'all, let's keep going. Okay, so I have a few cards here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this little collection over of cards. So we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So somebody lost, you know, their step here. Whatever platform that they had, they've been overtaken, succumb. I'm feeling overtaken. Excuse me, overtaken here. By way of, you know, whatever actions, whatever they dished out ultimately came back. And I'm hearing rivalry or rivaled. So there was some sort of battle here with this Seven of Wands that they lost. They lost this battle. Behind the Seven of Wands reverse, we have the High Priestess reverse. So this was against their better judgment, because I feel like they knew that it was only a matter of time, but they stayed fighting. They stayed resisting. They stayed like not acknowledging, you know, certain things, but they knew better. High Priestess reverse. Behind that, we have the Queen of Wands reverse. So this is how they were able to try to stay on top. You know, the illusion, the mysticism surrounding, you know, the Queen of Wands does work, you know, like dark black magic, whatever it is to get there. Yes, they'll do it. But it was against their better judgment that they kept fighting against something. But now, you know, it's payback time is what I'm hearing. Underneath this energy, I'm going to turn this one card over, is the Five of Cups. But, you know, it's a little too late to, you know, be regretful, remorseful, or worried about what it was that you can't get back. You know, the cup's tied to emotion. So I feel like there is a little guilt here. I said a little, because these are really the only cups out here so far. But it's only because they got caught. That's all. So whoever this is, they got caught with what they were doing. So possibly with that Seven of Swords reverse energy, it came back on them. So that would be like, you know, especially with the Queen of Wands reverse here, High Priestess reverse, backfired energy, can you say? All right, two more cards underneath this energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Swords. They're opposing one another because there's no upright or reverse by way of the position they were laying in. So I feel like the Eight of Pentacles would have had to do with if they just would have stayed focused here. So they're feeling like they let themselves down here. I feel like it's tied to this King of Pentacles reverse. They let them own selves down. If they would have stayed focused on whatever enterprise they were working on, then they would have been fine. But they feel like this page, they feel like some betrayal here. Somebody stabbed them in the back. Somebody said something against them, or said a lie, or maybe it was the truth that, they were doing something that was not honorable. I was hearing the word admirable, but honorable, I feel like, is the best choice word for this energy. So whether it was true or not, it still knocked this King of Pentacles off of their game here. So I feel like this Page of Swords would be tied to this Queen of Wands. So this Queen of Wands would have been the introduction to however they got off of their little pedestal here, or whatever it is that they were doing. If they would have just minded their business and kept things legit. But that introduction with the Page of Swords, it was something that, some sort of influence that it seemed insignificant, but it really like took down this King of Pentacles energy. So can we say karmic? Because we are talking about divine union with the Lovers card reverse. So we can say karmic. So now with the World card reverse is the ... So that reign, that terror squad energy, the reign of terror, this thing isn't over. It's not over. It's not over. Okay, there's one more card here. Let's go ahead and turn this one over. We have the Page of Pentacles. A lot of page energy out here. All right, so the Page of Pentacles is some sort of offering, but I'm feeling like this is an exchange of... Okay, so I heard exchange of beliefs. So possibly there's like some sort of belief system surrounding Pentacles, money, currency, or the energy of. So I feel like with the King of Pentacles reverse energy, they were heavily reliant on their own abilities of how to get money. But I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, being that they don't have any, now they're being dealt with in regards to, the things that you did to get money weren't sufficient. It wasn't right, whatever the energy is surrounding that, to where now they're in the reverse. But having to do with this Queen of Wands, there's some sort of supernatural abilities that came through, because the High Priestess reverse is here. Like, there are abilities all over this reading here. Along with the divinity of the Lovers card reverse, the World card reverse even. Temperance, things being brought into balance. Spirit, tell me more about this Page of Pentacles. All right, I heard mass incarceration. I mean, that was a collective grouping of an enterprise energy surrounding this King of Pentacles being dealt with. It's like we got them where we want them. Now we can do what we want with them. That was sort of the energy. I'm being reminded of the cruise control and the giftings here by way of the new abilities coming through with the Ace of Swords. But this person's stuck in like 3D land while you're off into the dimensions above. However high you inherently can go based on, the gifts that were chosen for you and belong to you. But they're stuck in 3D land with nothing. So if they're facing incarceration or are incarcerated on the physical plane, then that means that they just have a new perspective they're having to deal with in regards to money. Because they really they have nothing, left. They're in reverse, but wherever they are, it's like the perspective is changing, or they're in a place or position to allow that change to happen and to manifest. It has manifest, but now it's like it needs to be applied to the mental. But, the swords are with you while they're kind of stuck in some sort of energy here that is 3D-ish. Whew. All right. I'm going to get some clarifiers and see if there's anything else here. But, you know, overall collective, it just feels like an energy where you can relax. I mean, again, I don't feel like I have to tell you that. You should already be resonating with that energy of where you don't have to, nothing's being forced at this point. You're not being distracted or pulled away from anything. You know, if you're not already on autopilot and cruise control energy, then, you know, this is what's taking place. But no more worry, fear, any of that. These gifts are being handed to you that belong to you and you only. These are your inherited gifts and they're coming in. And I heard slow and steady. You know, you've been granted some sort of book of knowledge that's yours. You don't really need the book, but if you do, it's there if you need it. All right, we have courtship at the bottom of the deck. The thoughts card reverse landed over on this temperance and lovers card reverse energy. So the fact that, you know, they've lost access to you, you know, that's another admission of guilt to them, to where they're not doing good. They have to confess they're not doing good. Lovers card energy. So I feel like they chose other things, other placements, other places to be, other people to entertain when you were their divine one. But now they are acknowledging that even. There's so many acknowledgments here. Of course, with the courtship card, you know, they'd just rather have a new start with you, or a start over, do-over with you, but that's not going to be granted or allowed here. And they'll forever be like the hitchhiker, you know, looking for you while you're in the car on cruise control. Concern card reverse. So, you know, this is more than concern or worry. This is like, oh my God, this is actually happening. Like, it's no longer just a thought of a possibility. It is actually happening. That's how I look at the concern card reverse, especially with the world card reverse right next to it. You know, this is what it is. So on top of if they would have just minded their business, stay focused, we have the false person card and occupation. So I did say, you know, the King of Pentacles was working on something if they would have just stayed with that. But the false person came along by way of that Page of Swords, Queen of Wands reverse energy that took them off course, period. All right, y'all, hope this helps.